I was in Los Angeles just the other day, and I walked up to a restaurant, and they had a sign up at the door, and it was kind of a nifty sign, so I wrote it down. It said this: push. If that doesn't work, pull. If that doesn't work, we must be closed. Intelligent people are proactive. Are they? In Greece, when they experienced financial collapse recently, families who had lived in the same mortgage-free home for literally hundreds of years, guess what? They lost their homes. How can that be? How did it happen? I know. The government, they had to tax them basically out of control. I mean, everything now is unaffordable because of taxes. Governments make so many mistakes, left-wing ones in particular, and that's what they have over in Greece. They're just crazy. I mean, America, is it heading that direction? Many people seem to be of that view. I mean, they're printing billions and billions of dollars literally weekly. I mean, is that sustainable? I don't think so. I mean, governments are out of control. People must get involved. Economic justice. America's capitalist and greedy, and yet half of the population is subsidized. Half of the population is subsidized, yet they think they are victims. They think they are victims, yet their representatives run the government. Their representatives run the government, yet the poor keep getting poorer. The poor keep getting poorer, yet they have things that people in other countries only dream about. They have things that people in other countries only dream about, yet they want America to be more like those other countries. Did you get all of that? I mean, hit replay. That's unbelievable. Kind of makes you get a headache a little bit, doesn't it? Homosexual activities pretend to, this comes from a man by the name of Henry Marco. He's written this. Let me start again. Homosexual activities. Activists, that's it. Pretend to seek marriage in order to undermine society's heterosexual norms, but in reality the majority of gay males seek sex, preferably with use. His name is Terry Bean. He's 66 years old. This isn't the guy that wrote it. This is the guy that wrote it. He wrote about him. And he's a Portland real estate developer. He donated millions of dollars to the gay human rights campaign, and recently he was arrested and charged of sex abuse involving a 15-year-old boy. Bean has been a central figure with politics, in particular with the Democratic Party. President Obama personally escorted him and his boyfriend, his young boyfriend, through the White House here recently, and this guy just turns out to be another pervert. I mean, I'm just sharing with you, but you know what? Left-wing people, there's so many standards. It's okay for me, but not for you. And who's a guy to give money to the human rights thing and then go out and do all these bad things? Students who oppose gay marriage are homophobic, so says a university instructor. And the instructor says that gay rights issues cannot be discussed in my class because it might offend homosexuals. Oh boy, another duh. And she erased the line from the whiteboard that said we all agree, or we don't agree on this potentially, and then she said verbally, she said, we do all agree that homosexuality is great and maybe we should all be. She didn't say that, but she certainly implied it. One student stood up and said, hey, I want to talk about this, and she said, no, you can't have an opinion. Some opinions are not appropriate, they're harmful. That's what she said. He went to the board, the university official board, and they said, we got to dismiss your concerns because we know more than you, and you can have whatever opinions you want, but in our school, if you have an opinion with regard to gay people, that will not be tolerated. I can't even comment on that one. That's just so bizarre. Blah, gives you a real headache. That's 2 headaches I've had on this show. Let me tell you now, here comes number 3. In British Columbia, Canada, they have a law in place. The socialist government out there put it in place a few years ago. It's called this, Wills Variations Act. That gives the court the right, the 100% right, the total right, pick your crazy verbiage, to alter your will. They decide if you leave your estate, say to the SPCA because you like cats, and then this tribunal looks at it and says, I don't like cats, I like horses, they in turn give all your money away to a horse farm, right? I mean, they have that right and they do it every day. Every day. There's the 3rd headache of the day. Come back tomorrow, we're going to have a better day. We'll take pills maybe of some kind of aspirin before we start. See ya.